Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to get straight to the DIY. So I have these old ugly chairs that I've had in my house for quite some time now, and I have a big pet peeve of when people actually come over and they sit on my bed, so I needed something fancy to go with the aesthetic of my room. So let's get started. Okay, so this is going to be voiceover style until I actually get to the part of the video where I was actually talking to you guys. But basically, I just start off with the spray paint that I've purchased from Lowe's. I'm going to include every single thing that I bought and the pricing underneath at the description box if you ever want to, try this out for yourself. But all I'm doing is I'm outside because you need to definitely make sure that when you're using spray paint or any form of aerated paint that you have something outside, like you're doing this outside. This is not an indoor project. So all I did was start off by spray painting the chair gold. I went with the color gold because gold is just like, it's just more fancy. It just looks more expensive, and these chairs obviously are not expensive because they're old. So all I'm doing in this part of the video is I'm continuing the whole spraying and coating process. I'm trying to ensure that every spot on the chair is actually fully gold, so it looks like I actually bought this chair like this. The reason why I started this DIY was just because I was like, wait, I need chairs in my room for when people come over because I just hate outside clothes on my bed. So the whole purpose of this was I saw these chairs that I originally wanted, but they were like $400 a piece. And I don't have $400 a piece to be spending on no chairs. So DUI, here I come. So Amber Scholl actually gave me this idea. I should actually list her video down below, but she did it with the furry texture chair. So what I didn't get to catch with the first can of spray is the legs. The legs need to appear gold, so, like this top. So I'm just gonna, by the time I come back and let this dry, this technically is my first coat, which I think it looks really good. So yeah, I'll be back. I'm back from Lowe's. I have 2 more spray bottles. I only probably needed 1, but I think I'm gonna need 2 just to finalize up, basically to make sure that it all comes out even and smooth. So we're gonna start spraying. This was the spray paint that I actually bought. So if you ever want to go pick it up, they were $6 each. 2 with taxes, 15, 16. So I'm about to start spraying again. So all I'm doing now is I'm getting some push pins and, oh shit, be careful with this. So I'm gonna just push in from where I would want it to like fall under, just to have that guideline. So I'm gonna just take another push pin and I'm gonna just stick it underneath the chair. Boom. Now all I'm gonna do next is grab my needle and thread and begin to stitch. Stitching doesn't have to be super neat because like it's a chair, and as long as the fabric is laying flat on the chair, it really didn't matter to me how the stitches came out. So I was just using a regular stitching method. So I would go in through the fabric, pull out, in through the fabric, pull out. And I would just repeat this process until the end of the chair on the first side that I'm completing. So now I'm gonna just set the chair up. The back is already done, so now I just have to do the sides and the front. So what I'm gonna do is actually start with this side. So I actually have a large remaining piece of fabric here, which I don't even mind about wasting it because it's not gonna technically be wasted. But so now where this little corner piece is, I'm gonna just pull it, and I wish I could have just stitched it this way, but I mean, it wouldn't have come out good. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna turn my chair back on its side, and I'm going to take another pin it here, take another pin it here. The purpose of me pinning it is just to make sure that it doesn't move while I'm stitching it, because I'm obviously gonna have to cut off this much fabric as I'm stitching and going through it, but you want to just make sure that it's covering what you need it to cover. So where's my needle? I'm going to be using the same needle and the same thread that I used on the back. So this is when I realized that it's way too much fabric on the chair, and in order for me to ensure that the chair was fitted with the fabric, I had to grab my scissors. And this is just me trying to figure out how much fabric I'm about to cut off. I wasn't going to cut off the remaining fabric at the bottom because I knew that I was going to cut it off once it was stitched so I could get a more precise cut. But basically, I just cut off that edge because the fabric was overlapping the edge a little too much, and it was basically stopping me from beginning to sew. So that's all I started off with doing in the video. And then you're going to just see me do the same process of sewing the fabric at the edge using the push pins. So now I'm actually taking the scissors and I'm cutting off the remaining fabric that I didn't stitch up. And again, this does not have to be neat. This is just cutting off the remaining fabric. And one thing you want to try to avoid is actually not stitching the chair like, you don't have to do it super neat for the stitching, but just make sure that when you're actually cutting, that you're not cutting any thread off of the chair that you just stitched. So yeah, so now I'm just adjusting the chair so I can make sure that it lays flat. That's the main goal for the chair, that the fabric lays flat and the chair looks like I bought it like this. Okay, so once I got two sides on the chair with the fabric, I actually just decided to take the remaining fabric off and just cut around the perimeter, and then I proceeded to just sew up the rest of the chair. Not me. So these were the final results with the chair. Um, I recorded this video a while ago, so I actually designed my room as a jungle theme, so the animal prints just went amazing with it. And then the extra fabric that I had, I just decided to make a pillow to put as like a centerpiece in my bed. So I'm just showing you that. And thanks for watching. See you later.